Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel and to Final Fantasy XIV Fridays. I'm Adam Wolf, and this is Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be continuing on tonight with main scenario quests 86 through 87, which is the second to last quest line. And I'm really excited. Last episode, or last quest line, was quite brutal. Very brutal. In terms of, you know, what happened. And it was excellent, but very, very disturbing in so many ways. But that's a good story for you. So let's get on with it. I am reheating my pot of coffee, so I will at some point get up to go get a cup. Hello, Snow Huffman, as always. It's nice to see you, gents. Dark, but a little bit light at the end. Yeah, a little bit of light. Yeah, but it was very dark. I mean, from my memory, possibly one of the darkest moments in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't remember too many moments that were that dark. Alright. So, if you remember from last time, we are the only one capable of going to the first. So, we're going to be going back to the Crystarium. Here we go. Take this, Valtamont, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's systems in the Umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Volidipus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the Umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Ascensor Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Oh, don't worry, I will be back shortly. Fault job. Let's head to the Crystarium. It's too bad this game never actually got an HDR implementation. It makes sense because it was brought out on the PS3. So really, there was no... That's a pretty sick looking get up there. Is that a pally? Aw. Well, I guess we'll never know. But yeah, it's too bad that the game didn't get some sort of HDR implementation, at least to have, you know, when they brought it out on PS4. I feel like they could have done it. You know, maybe for a PS4 Pro update or something like that. That didn't look like much of a Dragoon. He was wielding an axe. So I'm going to say probably Warrior, but the white armor just makes me think Paladin. Got some water. Got some water here. Can't remember if I can fly in this area. Yes, I can. Bum bum ba 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 da ba 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 da dun 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 dun. Hello, Lena. Definitely not voiced. Disable. Valtamont, you are returned. Have you been well, you and the others? As well as can be. paladins don't carry weapons on their backs. I guess that would be true. They use a shield. Full glad am I to hear that. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. I mean, enjoying himself? Maybe? He said this to you? These exact words? Oh, to know that he's happy. It fills my heart with joy. She loves him, doesn't she? Didn't you say, like, he brought her up and everything? So he's more like a father figure to her? Thank you, Valtamont, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile a request, though it is. Yeah, he's not really hurting anymore. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the settlement council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Reen has been dedicating herself to the restoration of the empty, you see. Though it will take many long years, the goal seems to have given her a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask that you broach the subject with her? But of course. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well, I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosities, shall we say. I will be along as soon as I can. I mean, that's fair, but, like, the way she acts when his name just comes up, it sounds like she's in love with him. That's what I'm getting at. That could be, like, I could be way off on that. It's just the way she talks about him. That's what it sounds like to me. But I'm fairly certain that's not the case, given that this game is, like, avoiding relationships of any kind whatsoever. Which really, really annoys me. There's not a single relationship that has happened in this game. Down. We gotta go down. Is that a gunbreaker? Nice. Cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Well, that's alright. If it can't be skipped, it can't be helped. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Valtamont? Oh, look who it is. Ha, it is. Full glad am I to see that you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's Return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be at the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the case of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into travel beyond the rift. Knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. Pfft. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Titiana, Vothri. This may come as a surprise, but none of them. Hades, who bore the burden of his people. I don't remember Titiana or Hades. They must have been a long time ago. I'm just going to say Vothri. Oh. I guess he would have been then, because he was just the biggest pain in the ass. Because, like, you know, we think we'd have him, and then he'd just get away again, and... yeah. Do Hades. Ah, yes, Hades. He who sought to resurrect his ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night. Your battle in the depths of the tempest, the stuff of epics. Yet compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do justice to that faithful confrontation. Not that we would think to omit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we will impress upon readers that it was the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course, of course. And afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time, then. Do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. They keep forgetting that he's not burdened by the crystal anymore. I think it's more accurate to say she is devoted to him. Again, you don't genuinely and altruistically help a world from the brink of their entire for their entire lifetime, parents' lifetime, without it. He's a fairy queen. Oh yeah. Pronounced like titanium. Okay, so it is Titania. I don't know why I said Titiana. There's no I before the A. I'm an idiot. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh boy. Hi, kids. It's him. It's really him. What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Oh yeah, these are the kids that wanted to learn stuff. It's not that he's crystallized, but that he is a notorious overworker, very much a giving tree character. Yeah, but you know, he's still young and has all that energy. Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know I want to be a mage, Arkeel isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Aw. Well, he just left. Oh ho! Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkeel best? Axe, sword, or bow? Oh, he's definitely a bow. The bow. If you took out the bow, you could be just like... Randaray, the Warrior of Light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. No. You will not. You didn't expect that. Got you with that one, did I? It's supposed to be a little bit more nasally, but my nasal passage seems to be still kind of stuffed up, which is weird. Such fun he's been having, basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings, but does he spare a thought for me? Of course not. What? I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch. Oh boy, I knew it was her. Even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. I need you. Don't you have more important things to do, Your Majesty? Oh, faithful Fail-Ul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. To be or not to be. If you truly miss me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. Oh boy. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you've some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Ah, but here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at tale's end. There's a chick who's in love with me. My apologies for the delay. Valtima, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. I'm so much taller than she is. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Well, something did. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered. As if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Well, do I have a tale for you, young one? Valtamont, what are you not telling me? Oh, she's gonna get angry. I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Well, okay, well, you asked for it. Seriously, my book looks like a pamphlet, like a really big pamphlet. Mild disappointment, but since we know Thancred gave Reen his gunblade, I had hoped, or hope still, that we will see her as a gunbreaker. Well, we have another expansion, so we'll see. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us. Please, look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold our own until you can find a way to save all our worlds. Gee, thanks. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Wait for her to just drop that burden on my shoulders. Thanks, Mini Minphilia. Alright, let's open that new chest, shall we? Ironwood weapon. So we got a new tome, or grimoire. Alright, what's the increase? Oh, it's only like +1. That looks more like a grimoire rather than a pamphlet. You're headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I am certain of it. So the burden was already on yours. Yeah, worth it if anything for the style. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't look like a folded up pamphlet now, so... Think I've got all the shards? Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, wait. This isn't the Umbilicus. That's the library. So, wait. Why did she have me wait down here if I had to go back up this way? Damn it! Alright. I'm gonna get my Kiffy. Be right back. I no longer look like a door-to-door salesman. Yes, that's the benefit. And I know it's still the Shadowbringers transition. I keep forgetting to work on the Endwalker transition. Maybe that'll be something I add to this weekend's list of things to do. Moen's Merchant. Sundry Splendors. What the hell? Here you may exchange elegant tomestones and other such trifles for any of the luxurious goods available at Mistress Moen's Boutique of Splendors. You can trust that each and every item in stock was furnished with care by talented artisans and pixies. Honesty above all. Ah. Primal Warden weapon gear. Eden Gate gear. Eden Grace gear. What is all this? That's level 80 stuff. This is also in at least Gridania. I want to say any city-state or expansion counterpart. Clearly, I don't have any... What is this? Totem of Light. Colossus Totem. Hades Totem. Where do you get these from? I've never seen this in my life. Magical range DPS, right? That's what I am. Obviously, none of this is useful to me right now because this would be the most that I could get, but this is still only level 80. Book of Eternity. Litany. Anamorphosis. Umbra. Never looked into it. Strange. I've never actually seen any of that before. I had a thought today, gentlemen. It came to me. I watched this one video earlier of a guy who's recapping this current season's manhunt for Division 2, which we're hunting for Agent Kelso. We're trying to figure out what happened to her, where she went, yada, yada, yada. Well, I mean, I just spoiled the whole thing for myself, but I haven't exactly been keeping tabs on Division's story. And I gotta say, I'm kind of interested now. I kind of did a similar thing I did with Destiny, where I recapped. I watched that 3-hour video by My Name is Bife, recapping the entirety of the Destiny story, and I just got a newfound love for the story and the lore, which brought me back to the game. I'm thinking of doing the same thing with Division 2, except I'm gonna go through it myself to kind of try and understand what's happening, like really pay attention to the dialogue and, you know, not just play the game for the looter shooter aspect of it, but really kind of like listen to the recordings and, you know, do the whole thing, because I'm curious about it. Because what I understood from his recap of this current season's manhunt was very intriguing. And I know I said years ago that Tom Clancy himself never would have written a game or a story like this, but after hearing what happened this season, I think he would have, actually. It's very espionage type, you know, stuff. But I'm thinking of a video series rather than live stream. It's like the Crystarium remembered that we were there.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
I'm sorry.
Why apologize for receiving a favor of the defeated? If it sits ill, consider it payment for freeing Lord Zodiac from servitude. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the Ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
So they really were that tall. Wow. Did I expect Elidibus sacrificing himself to send me back to the past to be on my bingo card? No. You know, it's funny. Of all the freaking enemies, like I said, Xenos is like easily one of the best, but like Elidibus was one of the most interesting. I actually feel bad for him now. Well, maybe I shouldn't feel bad because he said it himself. There's nothing left for him here. So he's going to be with the people he loved again. So it's kind of nice. The device is reminiscent of the Aetherite. Perhaps it is possible to tune with it. Very interesting. I can't be seen or heard, though. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. The man stands dutiful by the Aetherite-like device, a guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. So we're heroes of that world that cannot be reconciled with yours. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I really like about this whole story, is that there is no black and white. This whole situation is entirely gray. And we see them as enemies of us, bad people, and what they're doing is bad things, going around killing people, so on and so forth, taking power into their own hands. But what they're doing is righteous because they know what's happened. And they're trying to stop it from happening in a way. But we believe they're going about it the wrong way, and it's very intriguing. This is the right place, yes? Propyliant? I don't even know how to say that name. Judging by the woman's words, the facility is called Propylaean. Propylaean? I don't know. Though I stand by was just megalomaniacally evil. There we go. Jeez, I said it finally. Holy crap. La Brea, yeah, I mean, him and Fandaniel both were just out of their minds. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. I don't know why my character seems to keep trying to get in touch with people. Elidibus told him exactly what would happen. But this is weird. Why would he send me back in time if I can't interact with it? Am I to just witness what happened and kind of get an idea as to how we will be able to stop it in our time? Because I'm assuming that's what's going on here. I demand after you finish Endwalker that you do Pandemonium. What's Pandemonium? The remarkably large man wears a black robe and half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorium and the recreated Amarat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. It's side content? Yeah, but what is it? Is it like a tower? Is it like a raid? Is it a dungeon? Like what? You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Apparently my character doesn't get that nobody can see or hear him. You suspect this door leads outside, but how to open it? Walking through it, maybe?
And here we are, Elpis.
Oh, that's a familiar voice.
Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
That's Fandaniel.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course.
As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Oh, that's not Fan Daniel? Oh. Oh. Isn't that La Habrea? Why does he look like a woman?
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
Oh, the new old friend. Oh. He's the Amarat that we were in contact with? Who helped us and gave us that little jewel thing?
By the by, you see it too, yes?
They can see me.
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
That's pretty much how I feel.
Who do you take me for?
He's basically telling him, just don't touch it.
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
So these two are like uber powerful in their world, aren't they? Nobody else could see me but them.
Your eyes.
And now I'm as tall as they are.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you.
Hythlodius,
May I
that's
applaud you
the one I was thinking of.
enforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hythlodaeus, sorry.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
Wow. That's what Emmett looked like, huh?
And how might we address you, my new friend? A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I don't think Elidibus foresaw this happening. Because he said, you will not be able to change anything that happens in the past. You will not be able to be seen or heard. And yet, here's Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus, who have been... They saw me, and now have given me the ability to be seen and heard. So now, I could change the past. I'm just curious as to whether or not Elidibus saw this coming. Okay, so... Well, okay. Are we here to look for Hermes, or are we here to learn about Elpis? Because Elpis was originally the point, and then he told us about Hermes. Huff, what are we really here for? We're here for both, yeah. So it doesn't really matter which one I pick then? I guess we'll just go with Elpis, because that was like the first reason. I want to learn of Elpis.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Dude, this Hythlodaeus is extremely feminine looking.
I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide.
I mean, I get it, it's Japanese.
And I should be happy to serve as yours
but
as well.
Still.
By way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
I see Emmett Selk is still that stingy old bastard.
Better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Androgynous, I believe, would be a good word to describe him, yes. Who is Azim, by the way? I know I've heard the name. I don't know who that is, though. Clearly, I've not been paying attention.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
Whoa. Nice place.
This presence.
Oh, is that Heidelin?
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
That's just confusing to me. I'm Asm before Sundering. Yeah, I gotta be honest, Huff. I never really understood the idea of what Sundering is. Unless it means the literal definition. To split apart. Wow. This place looks fantastic. And I'm like 10 feet tall. Though, I mean, obviously it really doesn't look like I am because now I'm just the size that I should be for this place. It's crazy. I won't lie, I might actually go back to the 1440p mode just to get a more consistent frame rate, because this is like going between 60 and 30, and I would rather it just be locked at 30, but it's not doing that. It's very odd. It's upscaled. But it'll at least lock in the frame rate. It won't be as clean, or as sharp, I should say, but, you know, it'll be... Oh my god, I hate this. Oh my god, I just lifted up. I didn't slide. Oh my god. I'm not even touching the touchpad now, look at that. I can move this without touching the touchpad. There we go, holy crap. Okay. Well, now it's... I'm trying. There we go. There we go. Good enough. I think I got it just perfect. All right, good. I like the sharpness of the 4K image, but it would have been nice if they just locked it at 30 FPS so it was more consistent. Especially during cutscenes, you can see the image stuttering, and it's really annoying to me. All right, let's get the Huffman rundown here, because I'm going to start calling him that. When you actually explain things to me, it's called a Huffman rundown. Okay, so originally the world was whole, and the people were whole. The people was whole. Pfft. You know English better than I do, and you just made a grammar issue error. Then stuff happened, and it broke into like 14 or so shards. Okay, I remember that. Over time, rejoinings happened, and the world and people started recombining in souls. So there were 7 rejoinings. So you started as 7/14ths or something of your original being, and then you rejoined with Ardbert, who was the part of you from the first, and became 8/14ths of you. And the original you was Asm the Traveler. Huh. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Heidelin did just kind of create us, didn't she? Because we were never born. We were never a child, obviously. They wouldn't have us start the game like that, but, like, there's no past with our character, as far as I understand. They just are. Interesting. Well, they certainly found a way to fit the crystals in here. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to aether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? Hey, we got a new sub. Look at that. Don't know if they're here in the stream, but they could be, I don't know. They could be subbing because of a different video or something. Thank you so much for the sub. I need to fix that. It's down too far. Well, at least I know it works. That's the second time. The first time was on Tuesday during Battlefield. It was the first time I've seen the notification work. So that was good. But now we've seen it during Final Fantasy. Nice. This is good. I like it. Also, souls reincarnate in your world, so they had a past. You're just the current incarnate. Oh, now that makes sense. That to me makes sense. So, yeah, because the first was back in time, technically, right? Now we're even further back in time. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Fun fact, I think the Suzaku side content, it is, I think, implied that someone knew your previous incarnation, your past life, if you will, not Asm, just the you before you. Whew. See, this is why the first is a separate world. Oh, never mind then. Torgal, you went through my legs. See, this is why I didn't understand Final Fantasy XIII 2 at all. Because it was hard enough to understand 13 when I first played it. Then after I played it, I looked into it a little bit more. I understood it after that. But like 13.2 was wild. And then 13 Lightning Returns just made no sense to me at all. I'm still thinking I'm going to have to replay that one because I know I was close to the end, but I don't remember anything about it. As usual. We have a mystery gift. Ooh. Now then, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let us seek him out there first. Think of each shard as a different Earth or Aetherius or whatever. We're going to call it Earth. It's Earth, let's be honest. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emmett Selk wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. I don't know how to make a robe. No, in that case, Emmett Selk. No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of aether out of me. God, he is so stubborn, even here. So, multiverse kind of thing. Okay, that actually explains a lot better. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. God damn the trains! Shut the hell up! They're ruining my readings. Very well, I shall make you the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Ooh, I'm gonna get a robe. Nice! Could get some fresh digs. Wow, this place is really nice. Dude, I know I keep saying it, but their artists are phenomenal. They're so good. I mean, look at that. A snake that's bipedal. Like, who would have thought that? That looks like they're coming out of a flower. The Japanese creativity is unbelievable. Go away. No, I wasn't anywhere near you. Go away. Why do you guys have these here? Fine. Alright, we're good. Wow, I forgot. Things are actually going to start attacking me now. Yes, these creatures should suffice. Oh, I have to kill them anyway. I'm going to get some leather. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petaludi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your aether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the petaludi first. Good luck. Well, I assumed as much. Okay, so we're just looking for Butterfreeze. I can't reach it without triggering that damn snake. I think I get it under 50%, it should be fine. Oh. Weird. Anyway. But yeah, Azim was, like you, a meddler, adventurer, all-around troublemaker, jokester, and hero. Also, I think Azim is the title, not the individual, like how Emmett Selk is the title, but his real name is Hades. Yeah. No, I kind of assumed that much anyway. But the whole thing has been a little bit confusing to me. You've caught the petaludi. Come, let us see. Do you think Hythlodaeus knows us? He says that obviously they can see my soul, and they know it's the soul of a friend, but do you think he remembers us communicating back in my time? I mean, clearly he doesn't, because, you know, he would have known that it was us. But I'm wondering if maybe something will trigger his memory. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. It's nothing fancy, but then we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. You turn living beings into clothing? Just like that? Well, not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent aether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for 2 species, it is due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to produce garb with superior etheric stability. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least, it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. What is he, famous or something? I mean, he doesn't want attention? It's Emmett Selk. He did nothing but want attention in our world. Made a spectacle out of everything. Emmett Selk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're a familiar. The question is, whose? Ah, of course. Azem's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence? For lack of his presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea. And you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. Oh, look at this! Well, I won't be able to fight anything if it attacks me. Do I actually need to put this on? I feel like it's just random stuff that they gave me, but I don't know if I actually have to put it on. Unless it makes me invisible to the enemies, too. I could glamour it, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I should have the... Cast glamour. Ow, ow, ow. Hold on. Not that. Cast glamour. Here. There we go. It was Sophist's robe. What else did I get? I got pants, right? The stats alone tell you they want you to glamour. It has like a stat of 10 or something. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, there's no way I'm just gonna wear this. Well, I'm lucky. I'm lucky I put all my stuff, or my prisms back in my inventory. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to glamour it at all. I'd be screwed. If you're ready, let us continue along the path of... Anagnorosis. No. Anagnorisis. Anagnorisis? I don't know. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Okay, but whatever kid was with Hermes, he kind of just shouted that we were here, so... You know, they should know that we're here. Can I get on my... Yes, I can. Even my horse is bigger. Can you imagine if I spawned in the summon, or my mount, and it was the size that I was when I got here? It's just this tiny little thing. Well, I assumed it was a she, but then again, you never know. Young boys sound the same as young girls, so it'd be hard to tell. But we didn't see the face, so I wasn't sure. Yes, can I help you? So they had to take off their masks, but everybody else here can wear theirs? I don't understand the point. We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14. Wasn't aware there was to be a visitation between you and us. It's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hythlodaeus. Well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Selk and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see aether quite keenly and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the men in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not. But point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short dark hair. So you know, it's because we're an Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Yes, I noticed. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. Wow, insulting. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. Interesting, so that... Jesus, oh my god, you're here too? Why? Why are you here? Hold on. Stay right there. No! You weren't supposed to get up. Huffman, he's everywhere. I can't escape him. Hit me in the past, you're so mistaken. No! No! He's here too! You know what's interesting is that they're actually taking the names of Greek gods. Hermes, Hades. I wonder what prompted Square Enix to actually do that. To the ends of the earth! Can I have that as a freaking mount? Dude, look at this thing! Oh, this would be a sick mount to have. She obviously is not mountable. Heyo! It was easy. There's got to be some meaning behind it. All right, well, he'd be by one of the pools, so... Thought for sure the pool that he was at was, like, at the center of this place. There's no pool in the center. I do hope that with 7.0 they actually push the view distance out on these consoles, because it's kind of annoying to have such a short view distance. See, look at that. Well, okay, I see them from here, but I didn't see them earlier somehow. Weird. But, you know, you guys have seen things fade in, so it's a bit weird to have the PS5 version be so limited on its view distance.
You are...
Oh.
Oh, those aren't boots.
You're different too.
Those are actually her legs.
You and me.
That kind of took me by surprise.
We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Bewinged.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Seems like she's just learning to talk.
I
see you found him.
It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
Wait, was Hermes Fandaniel?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh,
I thought so.
You wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend?
Right, yeah, he's not crazy at this point.
But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
Boy, she's really excited.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Ah, that's true, yeah, because I'm not of this world, so they see me as some familiar, which is weird to them.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Namistoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb, with their sorry excuses for limbs?
They're Pokemon.
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help, too!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
I feel like Apollo fits best. Well, I mean, if Azim is seen as, like, the main dude, then Zeus would be the name befitting of the main guy. But if Azim is more of, like, you know, just another type of god, then yeah, he could be literally any one of those. Apollo, Poseidon. I don't know about Dionysus. I think Dionysus was a woman. Or a female god, I should say. A goddess. Ares? Ares was god of war, so I don't know about that. Not the world leader, he's one of the 14 ruling party. Oh, okay, alright. It seems Hermes and Matain have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The ambystoma, Hermes saw it high up the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. What the hell, dude? I just noticed. He's hanging by his legs. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine, if a little embarrassed. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Meteon. Okay. Oh, Dionysus. His name just sounds like a female's name. It was the wine god. Yeah, the god of... Yeah, I should know that from the show Hercules. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Meteon. Both you and... Valtamont Porterlane, you are called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten all about its fellows. Truly? What a relief. I must thank Emetzelk and Hythlodaeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way. That was a quick 0 to 100. And then back to 0. He's like, I forgot about the fellows. Oh, thank God. As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Was she supposed to make a noise? She's just mouthing silence. And spazzing out. No. Thank you. There's the ironwood chest gear. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnorisis. Names. Am I right? Don't come near me. Can you imagine if I was still the same height? Like my original height? Having to fight these things? They'd be monstrous. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the ambystomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care not to let the creatures slip away again. So, Fandaniel was not one of the 14? And I'm guessing Hythlodaeus probably wasn't either, because he doesn't have a special looking mask like Emmett Selk does. But Emmett Selk, Elidibus, and Laha Breha, I think, were all each of the 14. I mean, obviously Emmett Selk was, but I'm assuming Elidibus and Laha Breha was. Fandaniel is. Hermes is not. Oh my god, this is confusing. But Fandaniel is Hermes. And I know that this is a different time, but I thought they got these titles in this time. I mean, I know he's the chief, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's one of the 14, I'm guessing. Oh, okay. I mean, I figured I really should stop talking and or stop asking questions and, yeah, just wait.
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force?
I'd like to see him try. There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
All ladies do take kindly to the Warrior of Light, young and old.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Fandaniel has declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor.
Okay, there it is.
In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it.
I just realized this place is basically Atlantis.
A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Aw, she's upset that he's gonna take the position, and now she knows exactly what happens after he gives it up. I'm sorry, Valtamont. I didn't mean a walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk? That's right. Walkies! It's time for walkies. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. Doesn't anybody? When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? Well, I can't say. Want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Oh, teach you. I can teach you. We can take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. It will be. Imagine if I said, sounds like a bother. Where to start? Ah, yes. Let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetheryte. Why? I'm busy. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Medion is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to pursue the quest directive. Okay. No time to explain. Who are you, the stranger in Destiny? I don't have time. What? I don't have time to explain what I don't have time to explain. Ah, the Aetherite. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or other isle. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. Oh, there's a lookout point? Well, if I hop in your car, I'm pretty sure it'll break this quest. So, let me just do this. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, your aether is quite thin. I assume you are a familiar like Medion. Is there something you need? This is Valtamont. Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, a newly arrived familiar, is he? Very well, I should be glad to introduce our affairs facility to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the... The hell, dude? These people just... What the hell's going on? What the hell? Just a bunch of random people showed up next to me. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. Two of you two were created with the hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good. Do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Oh, that was the girl. Where did you come from? I mean, if I say the Crystarium, I don't think she'll understand what that is. She won't know what that is. From a place facing a great threat. There's a 14 Mountain Dew promotion. What? Really? They pulled a Call of Duty in Halo? There's such a place? I had no idea. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. Okay. Motionless bird. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Euclides. Yeah, they've just picked up a bunch of Greek names. Weird. Spriggans. What are Spriggans? Oh, no, we call them Orii. If there's many, it's just one. We say Orias. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. Well, that's what he does. He's a fast runner. What is this Mount Huffin? Is it like a giant Mountain Dew can? Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. Right now it's thinking, how am I supposed to fly? This is taking forever. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? No, it's a dodo. Wait, please wait. I'll try again with you this time. Greetings, can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in return. I am not actually speaking to you in your mind, rather you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by the intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want to know that I wish to be your friend. I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn again. So what are you good at? Summoning. Fighting. Fighting. Oh. Oh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Magically, yes. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight, even when creations fight him. Oh, the dodo moved. I think we might be bothering it. It looks like that angry cat meme. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Euantha. I don't know. Next. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. She's got like dragon feet or something. She's certainly an interesting creation. Oh, wait, is this lit up too? No, it's not. So if it's lit up, they're home. Well, well, if it isn't Medion, I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Euanth. An apple. Could you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes. Covered in syrup. I want to share it with Valtamont. Oh, candied apple. Hermes, I haven't had one of those in years. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat, Medion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. She wasn't made to eat? It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Valtamont. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Oh my god, dude. I wish one of those guys would just crash and get it over with. Oh, that's what you like? Yes. Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Valtamont. Well, we've walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Yep, let's get back. We have business to discuss. What the heck happened? Was it green out here before? Like, did I just not notice this? What the hell? I guess I just didn't notice. Weird. Oh, there you are. I can see the fresh air has done Medion good. Valtamont wanted to learn about you in Elpis, so I taught him. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Medion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. Emmett, there's no need to be a dick, alright? Shut up. It has been decided that Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I attend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at that place. Propalion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy his presence brings Medion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Valtamont is kind, really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, to watch Hermes. You're bound to learn lots and lots. I'll wait at the Aether if you're interested in the lookout point. Yeah, I'm interested. Just give me a second. I wanted to finish this, man! And now I have to go to the bathroom. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Well, you sound like you're in a rush. Did I put lookout on this? No, I didn't. Let's get that put on there. All right, add to hotball. I guess I'll just do that. How do I get in this thing? There we go. Right. There we go. Sure. Friends always get the front seat. It's right here, huh? Is it right here? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it here. That didn't trigger anything for me. Your whale is eating me, Huffman. Yeah, I don't have the lookout point. Yeah. Maybe I have to advance further? You know, I could have just as easily jumped off that cliff, that ledge there. It would have been easy. Would have taken a little damage, but no big deal. Also, I don't know if did I attune to this? I don't think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, I think I just need to go further in to unlock it or something. Because remember, I'm not a welcomed guest here. Not really. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Oh, there are. You could have, but chose to hop on the wall. A whale. So-called free thinker that you could not resist. Well, I thought you wanted to take me elsewhere. I was just assuming things. So it's your fault, really. You made me assume things. Anyway, to answer your question about Division 2 earlier, because I completely forgot. As far as I know, you can actually do the previous season's manhunts. So I would assume that those story bits are, well, those are the story bits after you've completed Warlords of New York and all that stuff. This here is a new species of Petaluda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. So these guys are gods, essentially. That's what they are. They're creating animals and stuff to put onto the planet, which makes sense given their names. Tell me, do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? Sort of. It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation. That can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So I am not seen as an arcane entity. Good. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I have received a report that arcane entities have gathered there. I'm still wondering what drove us to, these guys are fighting, are they fighting a world boss? Well, I guess we'll never know, but I assume so, given how many people are here. What the hell, man? I never see anybody fighting world bosses. I just missed out. Oh, man. Whoa. What the... Can they all just teleport together like that? Since when? A hunt train. I've never even heard of that. But since when could groups of people teleport at the same time? Has that always been a thing? Am I just an idiot? I mean, I am an idiot. What do you mean there was nothing there? Okay, now you're calling me crazy. I don't appreciate that. Ah, yes. Lightning Pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it is in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains the climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift towards a given element. Right now, that element is lightning, which draws the Pneuma here to replenish their aether. It appears Medion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the Pneuma? By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball, a veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. If If you're in a party, you can accept a teleport from a party member. It also, I think, counts as a free teleport. The fact that they all blinked out of existence is odd, though. Yeah, that was strange. Either it was lag, which I highly doubt, or there's something that we don't know. Guess I discovered something interesting about this game, that people can just blink out of existence all at once. Perfectly done, Valtman. Look. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ephemeral life form such as the Petaluda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Medion an arcane entity? She obviously isn't. I should have said the other thing. A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. Those with exceptional vision such as Hythlodaeus may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. She's... okay, maybe actually she's probably a little taller than I was in my original form. But close. She's half their size. And I was, what? Maybe a sixth of their size? Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry, I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They've missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head to the Morning Dew. The Mountain Dew. I need to speak with some observers there. Does it ever become nighttime here? You guys just awake 24/7? Or 25/8? However many hours and days you guys have. Q. Oh, he's definitely a bard. There you go. The bow gave it away, but that is some sick looking gear, dude. Was Hythlodaeus a Greek god? Because everybody here seems to have, well, Emmett Selk is definitely not a Greek god. Hythlodaeus kind of sounds like one.
Is it not?
Oh, this is a voiced one.
One of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
She's not voiced? I won't lie, that's a pretty dope looking mount.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Oh, right, yeah, I forgot, he's Hades.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
He was lonely and needed a friend.
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions.
Well, that's a lie.
Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
She's powered by Dynamis.
Yours is thin too. Like an Enteleki. Like me. So, are we the same? Entelekis.
Dude, imagine if I said the last one. If I'm thin, it's because Emmett Selk didn't do a proper job. I love the fact that they got sarcasm in here. They got sarcastic responses. I know Hythlodaeus would love that response. The middle is actually true. I was actually gonna try. I was actually gonna choose that one, to be honest. I know Hythlodaeus would love that response. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
I knew I should have blamed him.
A deficit of ether alone does not an Enteleki make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
So I didn't realize that limit breaks are powered up emotion, like Goku going Super Saiyan.
Oh dear, I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
I should have chosen the third option, just to make Emmett Selk more angry. So I looked up Hythlodaeus' name. It actually is Greek, but he's not like a Greek god that I've never heard of. I mean, we've heard of all the Greek gods many times over, but his name means speaker of nonsense, which I don't know about that. He speaks pretty good sense to me, kind of. But whereas Super Saiyan is anger, yours is determination or willpower. I see. Oh, right. We got a new piece, didn't we? The chest piece, which we won't be able to see. Because I've already, I mean, honestly, do we need to actually wear this robe? Is it really that necessary? He's a troll. Well, he certainly loves to give Emmett Selk a hard time, that's for sure. It's thematic. Oh, so I don't actually have to put this stuff on. I suppose I could just keep it on. I'm gonna have to remove it. Can I not remove? All right, let me just put the new piece on. Was this it? Yeah, this was it. Oh, I can't wait to get out of here, dude. That looks so sick. Look at that. I look like a boss, bro. Ooh, and it goes so well with the book. I forgot you can endlessly cast glamours on pretty much anything. We'll stick with the theme. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it even if we knew, but it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me. Because nobody likes you. That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. Because he doesn't want to die! What do you specialize in? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Selk was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. L.D. Drecky? Hey, Fire. Who the hell is L.D. Drecky? Is that you, Fire? So it is important for me to tell you, at the end of the Elpis section, it goes into a cutscene that puts you in the present world. I'd recommend changing your glamour off before you leave. I see. Should be obvious. Subfire. Hello. No idea who that is. Hi, that is me. I thought so. Because the moment you showed up, I was like, that must be him. That's gotta be. LD Drecky. Respond to friend requests. Decline! No, just kidding. But see here, maybe I actually... Do I have to actually go to the... Where's the prism? Oh, there it is. I guess I have to... Well, I can't use it. Oh, remove. There. I'm an idiot. Do that. What, me do that? No, never. This is my alt. My main is on Siren. Yeah, but can't you still send friend requests across servers? My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released into the world. Yes, and they all get turned into monsters and try to kill me. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charbdis, I don't know. That is what we shall tend to next. I can, but I have to change data centers for that one to add. Oh. Really? You have to change data centers even if it's just a friend request? Because we can pair up with people from different servers. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You had an alt account. That's fine. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main aisle and head north. I mean, but Huff, when does this whole thing end? When do I go back? Is the whole quest line of 86 to 87 in Elpis? I mean, if it's only thematic, I can just take it off now. This guy's still here. Whatever happened to being kicked while you're AFK? It's for too long. What happened to that whole function? Free up some server space for people who actually want to, you know, play. I guess they would make it obvious that I'm going back to my time. Probably say something or whatever. I knew it. It wasn't voice. Damn it. I understand there's a problem with one of the Charbdis. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charbdis is based on a sea creature. Owing to the adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concept could all fly without issue, but a problem arose in the subsequent generations. Ooh, that one's glowing. This third generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly towards water. Its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we can't get it to rise even the slightest bit. What are you talking about? It's flying now, essentially. Or is it just standing up? For such change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charbdis would indeed struggle to manipulate the wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such lengths. You don't know? Ugh, but of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of aether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet, convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running about robeless. Shameful. Shameful? What the hell is wrong with this society? Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that, when transformed, I can wield the wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may... Yes, I believe I have a solution. MSQ, may I trouble you to move that Charbdis away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? I will eat your soul. Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. Hythlodaeus is not a member of the 14. Doesn't MSQ have, like, authority over him? You know, still a thing. Okay, now I leave to not get any more spoilers. Have fun. Later, Fire. I trust you don't mind. Come along, you big oaf. MSQ is out of fight? Good. Let's speak of the plan. It's a stroke of genius, really. We have MSQ train the Charbdis. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see aether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creatures along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be. As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Valdemont, I want you to go to MSQ. Tell him that you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. With the chat mode and say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter a phrase containing the words, I have a favor to ask, to indicate to MSQ that you have a request. Interesting. They're making use of the chat function. Because they know nobody really does. But they're lifelong friends. Azim and Hythlo bully him constantly. Good, he's a dick. Who wouldn't bully the guy? He's a douche. That's why I knew I should have said that third option. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not lifting a finger. I don't know why Hythlodaeus is what Hythlodaeus is up to, and I will not be made to know. I refuse. If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-weary Emmet Selk. Please, Emmet Selk, to plead with Emmet Selk. Okay. I wonder if it has to be exact or if it didn't matter if I did like all lowercase. What? Oh, I guess I did. Did I have to have him selected? Damn it. What? Oh, I'm missing the comma. Well, that's... Okay, then it has to be exact. There we go.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so.
Charybdis, got it.
And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmet Selk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Hey, Rob.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmet Selk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
He really is no fun. Bro, I want that mount.
I will aid it once it is taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Rob, we've gone back in time and this is their getup. That's what's with the seance.
You were wondering why Emmet Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmet Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim.
Wasn't modest a few seconds ago.
Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
That almost sounded like that was coming from my character.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
That's what's funny, Rob. Yeah, it's like this is thousands of years in the past, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it all looks pretty much the same. Oh, hit the wrong thing. Stupid fat fingers. No, not him. Why would it target him instead of this? Oh, I guess it's not a targetable thing. Never mind. Oh, I have to wave. Okay, that's why. Do I have that here? Nope. No. Damn it. Waif. Oops. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Valdemar and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. They didn't do anything. No, they didn't. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, With this, we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we helped it to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic probability comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way, we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. The music stopped suddenly. I thought it was going to turn ugly for a second there. Hermes? I'm fine, don't worry. Today and I have a long day tomorrow. Alright, Rob. Thanks for stopping in, man. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to... I keep forgetting this. Anagnorisis for now. Anagnorisis. I don't know. I'm trying. Just throwing a jumble of letters together. XP bonus. Don't need it. I'm already level 90. Please go away. Don't touch me. Ooh, an aether current. So this is what I don't understand. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until Hermes had said it, but they got the word aether from Aetheris. But they don't spell it the same way. Well, they don't spell it with just an E at the beginning. That's why I pronounce it with an A. Because A-E sounds like A. If you wanted ether, you either just have the E or the E-A. A-E is not pronounced E. Wait, they called it Aetheris because of the Aether? I just don't understand the difference in spelling. Up to this game, Final Fantasy has always spelled it with an E at the beginning. I just don't know why they had to change it in here. It doesn't make any sense to me in terms of the spelling. Where am I? I'm lost. Oh, they're down here. What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Oh. Pants. Tell me, Valtman, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Nothing so far, but I'm hopeful that it will change. Dynamis. Dynamis seemed promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. But it was. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? The Ekion. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon the nearby occupites, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the occupites were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Ekion that is to blame. Their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creature, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I've no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there's no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path of the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it on the left. I don't know if Doros is still there, however. Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. Oh, there's a blue quest over there. We'll have to do that on Sunday, though. More than likely, we're not going to be leaving this place tonight. I'm actually thinking about making this the last quest of the night. I'm sick of sitting in this chair already. It's not feeling great. I know I said I would try to make these 4 hours apiece, but sitting in this chair sucks. For the last couple of days, I've done work, but I've pretty much spent a lot of time sitting at work too, so it's just compounded into pain. The lacerations and burns are unmistakable, and Ekion was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros must have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emmett Selk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Ekion did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you've finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Valtamon. Come, it's down the path and over the bridge. Yeah, when I'm constantly shifting in my chair, I know that it's time to stop. There's another current. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Yeah. I really wish they would do away with those explanations of like, oh, she's following you now. It could just say, she's now following you. That's it. That's all it has to say. Blonde-haired woman, dark-haired man. I'm guessing we have to actually talk to these people in order to find him, because they know where he is, or might. Once I get back and record today's results, I should finally be able to put that report to bed. Not Doros, his hair is long. Okay, nope. So we just have to look for the right guy. Unless, of course, again, we have to talk to these people to trigger it, but... There's a blonde-haired man right here. Doros. That's Doros. Well now, if it isn't Bedion, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard a familiar voice. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Ikions, I believe. Where are they now? Out in the fields in restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to Thesis? Catesis? Once I've submitted my report, I will see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're the one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news that an Ikion slaughtered occupites. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion that they are not fit to be released? Aye, I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Oh, it is an L. I thought it was a capital I. Lycians. Lycians would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Why was it a capital L here and not a capital L in other speech bubbles? It's a name of something, so it should be capitalized, shouldn't it? Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive. And potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pasturant may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of Aether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinctions concern you, but we mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot be properly studied even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed a detrimental existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat unto the world. Yet insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycians have. Before we seal their fates, we owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report, and we may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion, that Emet-Selch may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room. It seems like they don't want to create any creatures that have any, like, natural instincts to kill other creatures. Like, isn't that something that they should expect from nature? Or are they just in the business to create creatures that are gentle? To man, other beings are just things to be used and controlled like magic. That's what Hermes told me once. Poor girl. So, we actually pretty much got halfway through already, just like last week. We just got there a little bit faster, it seems. The next one's a sentimental gift. That's almost halfway through the list, but no big deal. I wouldn't mind doing the large majority of it on Sunday anyway. As it turns out, when you're in a paradise where you can create and destroy a bloodthirsty beast doesn't bode well. I suppose so. But I am going to end it here. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. Thank you to the new sub, even if it wasn't during the stream. More than likely was because of one of my videos. Thank you one way or another. I appreciate your guys' time and attention as always. And please join me again on Sunday, where we will continue on with the 86 to 87 quest line and see just where this all goes. But until then, I'm Matt Wolf. This is Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.